today you are in Milan and we want to share things that made a big difference in your training career, things that actually helped us to become profitable. Michael will have a few things. I have a few things that really made my journey different, and we'll share these and you can apply them and learn from these. So these are quick tips that will help you a lot, and we'll get started right away. All right, so let's go with the first thing. What made you profitable?
Well, I mean, that turning that corner wasn't like a V pivot, right? It took a while. But the first thing I would say, really significant change I made, it's very clear. And I talk about this a lot. I stopped adding to losing positions. I'm not talking about phasing into a trade. I know we do this in my scalping and stuff, but really I just said, you know what? If I stop doing it, and my coaches were telling me the same thing, that no profitable trader would do that. And once I started adding to winning positions, it was a little frustrating and very tough to change. But really, everything started changing for me. So I stopped adding to losing position and started adding to winning positions when I felt necessary. That simple change changed the game for me.
That's a good one for sure. And these tips are no particular order, so maybe the last one will be the right one for you. So stick till the end. Actually listen to all of them. Take notes if you want to. What made a big difference for me is really I started to hang around with other traders. I started to go to meetups, meet other traders, kind of see how they do things, talk with them. For the first 2 years of my trading journey, I was pretty much alone. I was at home trying to learn how to trade, trying to watch YouTube videos or read blogs or read books. And I didn't really get any results from it. I was strategy jumping, moving from one thing to the next. And when I started to go around other people, I saw that traders had a different way to do things. They really follow a procedure, follow some process. They had strategies written down. They had a different mindset when they had losses. And that thing is something you cannot get from being alone. I feel like you have to be around people to understand it, to really kind of internalize it and get used to it. So it was a really big thing to be around traders for me.
Yeah, I remember actually, I was thinking about on the way here, I was flying from the US. I remember when I first met you, the first time we were in Montreal, and we were both speaking at an event. We didn't know each other. And I just walked up and said, hey, you Etienne? Yeah, so we're speaking tonight together. It's, oh, yeah, I heard about you and that kind of, and then, that was close to like 9 years ago. So, but it was interesting how we both kind of looked at it like we're both introverts. Like, you don't hang out, do you? Next thing you know, 9 years later, we're in Milan. By the way, this is our 5th country we met in. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about it. Right? This country. But we were both sort of like, we'll always be introverts. But we realized that it takes a village, it takes a team, and learning from others is really a key important step, no doubt.
Yeah, and I think being introverted is not an excuse to be alone and try to do everything by yourself. I think you get a lot of power to be around people and to learn from people than trying to do it by yourself. But there's just people like to be alone, like to learn alone. I feel like it's harder because you never know what's right and what's wrong if you're always trying to do it by yourself.
Yeah. How many things really in success, anybody, whether it's a sports athlete, whatever, do it alone? Very few. And so really is a math element to it, which leads me to my next thing. What really was the key catalyst? And I tried to be very predictive. I would even look at myself. I think this is going to happen. I think it has to happen. And my thinking didn't help my trading at all. So what I did was become more math focused. All right. Just let the math make the decisions. The math is the probability that's better. It's better than my decisions. So I really just let math do the talking. Sometimes I disagree with it. I'm just going to go with the math and live or die by that, and really turn my sort of profit factor around and my win-loss when I tracked it. And I really never looked back. So stop thinking and just use my math to drive my trading decisions.
That's a good one. In terms of stop thinking, mine was very similar, which is I stopped thinking that other strategies were better. Like you have a strategy that you try yourself, kind of follow it. Then you hear on YouTube a guy doing something better who has a really high win rate. Oh, I'm going to learn that thing now. I'm going to follow that thing. I did this for a long, long time. But I had to eventually stop thinking that other things were better. Usually it's like just the way someone talk about it or the way you interpret it. You see you have no losses and you think it's better. But all strategies are kind of the same. They all have losses. They have tough times. They have good times. And if you think something is better out there and you switch, you're losing all your progress on the one thing you're working on. And stopping that really was a big difference to me because then I focus on my own thing. I made my own thing better to really fit my personality. And that was something that helped me to progress quite a lot more than jumping from one thing to the next all the time.
One of the things that's coming out, if I click on the comment, if you've experienced that, I mean, I think every trade I've experienced, is that I think one of the things that's coming out of these videos, like, we're just the same. We're just average people, average traders. I mean, quite honestly, I suck at trading prediction. So I just let the math do the work. But we realize that we're going through the same developmental stuff that we did. We just, turn the corner and we're telling you about that. So don't think that there's sort of like some magic trading dust that, came upon us. So we struggled with the core stuff that we've all done, and drifting and looking for other ways to do things is certainly, one of those paths that never seemed to really work out in the long run.
You mentioned it, but it's very hard to find that one thing that made you profitable. Like, can you think of one thing that really made you profitable like forever after? I mean, no, it's like you have good times and bad times, and you kind of build things and add things over time that make you profitable. And it's really hard to pinpoint that one thing that changed everything, I think.
Right. It's little tweaks that make you, that I call adaptation, and the ability to adapt rather than one size fits all, this, that, and different markets and all that. But that comes with learning experience, trying things, failing, learning things, being a part of a community that helps you say, you know what, I'm not going to do that because 5 people, that's not working for them. So, these little things all kind of play a role. And one of those things, right, is, and I had to take a really deep look and reflection when I was growing, because I stopped losing money and I was profitable. I wasn't really getting anywhere. And I realized I kept worrying about a lot of things. So to be on the bottom line, I'll make sure it doesn't get YouTube censors. I stopped giving a crap. I wish the worry all the time. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What about my month? I'm down money and it's 20th of the month. I just asked myself, I'm going for it. I had the math behind me, and it's really based on my execution. And if I could do it right, I know the math says I'll be profitable. So I stopped worrying about stuff that most of the stuff not even going to happen anyway. And I really thought about worst case scenarios. It's the worst thing going to happen. Go back to corporate life. I have some education, degree, and some skills there. And it's okay. But worrying while I'm trying to make this happen really was just sort of a barrier. So I really stopped giving an F. How's that? How's that for an answer? It really helped a lot. I'm laughing, but it really did. My mindset.
We want to know in the comment below what helped you the most in trading, what thing you apply, what mindset you change, what things you look at in a different perspectives that really help you. Comment below. Go put your thoughts in the comment section below. People can read your comment and understand a few things. If you're still struggling, make sure you comment below too. Let people know that you're trying to work on some things, someone can get back to you with some tips, things that they try themselves that work well, and it's going to be a good way to collaborate and help each other out. If you want to see how I trade and how Michael trades, you have a link below. The first 2 links will be about our strategies, the setup we follow. You can check them out. It's going to be free to watch these trainings. You can learn how we trade, see a few examples, and apply it to on the market if you want to. Check out the link below, comment below as well, and we'll catch you back here in the next video.
Can I do this?
Go ahead.
Ciao from Milan.